Opting for the BKB as his next item, not the Satanic. I think there's just probably a few too many things that can ruin his game. And he wants the BKB for. The Morphling E-Blade, I think, probably a big part of that as well.
I like Zayt's build-up, by the way. Just the Necro one to farm. Then get to Medallion to take Roshan, which they did. Now he's going to get the Vlads for the Morphling.
Yeah, I think it's going to be his job to be that supportive utility offlaner. Get whatever items. Like, he's going to look, okay, what item just allows my Morphling and Abba to be as strong as possible in these fights? And Auras is going to be the name of the game. Vlad's for both Abba and Morphling is really nice. Might even see him go for like a Solar Crest next upgrade to put that on the Morphling as well.
So despite taking more towers, Secret is only very slightly ahead in net worth. Seeing that and seeing the top 2 net worth be the Troll and the Dragonite fight, pretty large leads. You okay with this pace of the game? As we're going to watch DM get picked off. He's kind of corralled in. Shotgun should finish him off.
I think it's pretty even right now. Like, I think Secret's recovered from a slightly poor laning stage, particularly Zai's game, and Prodigy's got themselves in a position where Trolls had a free farm game. The game's going at a slow pace. He's going to get farmed, but Secret have their own answers in the late game. So I think, like, to me right now, this game is still 50-50. It's wide open for either team to take control of it, which isn't going to happen because no one has Aegis. There's not really any big team fights brewing just yet, although that could theoretically change.
Okay, this is enough. No, okay, they got the blink before the strength morph went off, so Nisha is stunned up. Fiend's Grip now, they're going to be able to chain that stun, and he's just dead. Woo, Virtus.Pro.Prodigy, they just found themselves another very opportune pickoff on Nisha, and they're going to look for a little bit more. FN just pushing forward, seeing if they can find anybody to blink stun. Sadly,
can they kill Natu?
Maybe.
He's got ultimate, but they may just be able to kill him through that.
Yeah, they're going to try anyway. He's going to pop his ultimate now and try and run away, but I think they just keep chasing him, especially with the Nightmare slowing him down. They're going to blow the lasso to make sure he can't get off another Aphotic Shield. And now it's Virtus.Pro.Prodigy who have the opportunity to take that mid tower.
Yeah, Prodigy are just waiting for their moments where Secret slightly misstep. Nisha, it's a hard game to play when you haven't really got anyone on your team to cancel Fiend's Grip. Like, if Abba's not with you, you're so exposed this game. It's just a Beastmaster Roar, and I think that's maybe one of Secret's bigger issues going late game is just going to be that lack of disable. This Axe Sniper is going to help giving them that like insta long range stun, but it's kind of hard because for YapzOr, he wants to initiate fights with Assassinate, but he also maybe needs to hold it and save it for the Bane as well. Anytime Assassinate's used, you've got to expect that Bane's going to be like, okay, I've got like a small 10-second window to Fiend's Grip whoever the hell I want.
Right. Gen's going to be picked up by Ainz, so that's usually a sign that people are feeling pretty good about their team fighting capabilities, that they're ready to take over the map. That's how I usually see it anyway, because it's such a loss if you do get picked off and give away that gem. So good way to be able to start taking some map control. DM does die in the top lane, though.
Gets found. That was a Roar committed. No Roshan for some time, and definitely one of those heroes that dying for bad if he's pushing out lanes isn't a big deal if there's no like Roshan or something that for Secret to do to take advantage of the downtime, which right now is very much the case. But it hasn't been an easy game for him. Much like Zai's had a rough on DM, 1 and 5. He's died a lot more, and well, getting a bit more farm than Zai, has found himself hunted by Secret continually.
Radiant's top tower is
And
under
Puppey
attack.
queuing up a halberd as well. He is farmed. They're going to have multiple halberds. They're all itemizing. I mean, I guess that's what you do when you see the opponents playing this 4-protect-1 style, is you get the item that makes their game the worst. And Troll does not like being disarmed at all. He's going to have... Doesn't go for the BKB. He had it queued up, has the Satanic now, so going all in on the status resist.
Is under attack.
It's going to make the Roar and all these other things. The halberds just last nowhere near as long, so it's a really nice pickup.
I'm sitting there like, man, why can't I have items too? Everybody in the game is farmed, except for him, taking the true position 6 role. Of course, what he is lacking, the Epileptic Kid carry of the Troll, certainly makes up for that, as he is a step ahead of both Matumba Man and the Morphling, and almost has his Satanic, so status resistance galore.
Bane's probably just feeling a little jealous. His team didn't get a Philosopher's Stone. Meanwhile,
And he's got that gem. He's going to pop his BKB. Ein's going to be the target here, but they do have the Primal Roar to be able to stop his TP out. Now, the rest of his team is on the way, and they actually Fiends grouped up Zai. No damage came out, so he was able to blink away on the DK.
yeah, very slight misstep there not to do any damage during that roar. They thought they had him caught, but then just like, okay, I'll just blink out with BKB. Secret going to back off, hope for an early Roche respawn, which isn't going to happen, and Prodigy do have to commit their BKB on DK to stay alive, which is going to limit their ability to defend this top tier 2 tower. They're probably not looking to fight for another 30 seconds here. But when they do fight, level 3 DK ultimate, they are going to be pretty damn strong once again.
Yeah, and he's closing in on an AC, which will make the Troll even more ferocious. Yep. Speaking of the Troll, he's going to be working on Basher and Abyssal next. So
yeah, he's going to be beast in these team fights. Should be able to survive through anything and then pop Satanic if he gets low. He just needs to be able to lock people and control them now. So this Abyssal, it's kind of going to be his, I think, biggest power spike. But even in the late game, he probably is the strongest carry in this game.
Troll shows bottom, TP's mid. Now he's going to show mid while the rest of the team is smoked around him. Ein, he's going to have his smoke broken by a Morphling that was just out of range of vision. It's nighttime right now, so everyone's a little bit inhibited by that. We're going to find Ein out of position here as they were trying to chase away the Hawk. The Force Staff's going to come out. Can Ein actually get away? It looks like he may be good here as he limps away from the battlefield, but they are stuck on a low ground right now with Epileptic Kid in some trouble. Primal Roar goes out. Avonic Shield gets off the ultimate just in time. Epileptic Kid is going to be forced to chase Secret, though. Stunned off by the Centaur. Not really life-stealing that much. Now a Nightmare's going to go out onto him. They're going to try and blow him up with the Avonic Shield combination. They do manage to do so, and FN, his TP, he's not going to make it out either. A big win for Secret as they take out 2 cores. An Assassination is going to find save. He will very likely go down to Nisha here as well. 3 kills for Secret, and right next to a Roshan pit too.
Fighting under a ward, it's a whole lot easier to fight when you have vision. They had the high ground vision as well as the ward in the river. They saw absolutely everything, and Bane just, I guess he thought Secret wasn't around because he just ran. He was in the front lines against an Ag sniper, so it's one of those spells you're just not really going to be able to reliably Nightmare dodge and avoid and assassinate, so he kind of sets his team up for failure there. The Force Staff is on cooldown because it had to be used to save the Bane, which means the Troll is then kind of out of position as a result of Ein, and Ein just couldn't find an opportunity to help. Well, he tries to save his Troll there, but the Troll couldn't find a good opportunity to get his Satanic off, get any good life still going. And VP.Prodigy get heavily outplayed.
Just a nice read by Secret too, playing so aggressively around that high ground.
DM narrowly escaping a roar from Zai. Actually,
he's still going to be caught.
Oh, the Hawk. He didn't realize. He thought it was in fog.
Yeah, and I think his Firefly was wearing out as well.
Yeah, doesn't have a Blink Dagger, so didn't really have too many options there. Secret just finding these key pickoffs and playing really well. The Ags on the Sniper has been the game changer for them. Ever since that's been picked up, they've just been able to actually make some plays, have a more reliable stun to play around. The Beastmaster, you know, he's got a Blink now, so he can kind of be also a much more reliable stun with that Blink Roar. Up until now, he's just had to kind of walk in and hope that somebody plays too aggressive to get his Roar off. So very different looking game for Secret all of a sudden.
Secret now up by 6K net worth. It's 15-10 at 31 minutes. And Matumba Man, he is fearless. He's also working on Assault Cuirass, and he'll have it pretty soon. And as you could see, with nobody around him, he was still willing to charge at VP.Prodigy. Golem will reveal where some of Prodigy is right now, and Changer's just kind of grabbing some of these creeps and throwing them out there just to see what information they can get.
I'm a little surprised to see DM not going back for a Blink Dagger on Batrider. I feel like we're seeing a lot of these more team-oriented items. Hold that thought.
Puppy, he's going to be initiated on here. They'd like to get more out of this one. Matumba Man, he's actually ready to take a fight. They're going to try and bail out Puppy as best as possible here. And Puppy is not dying so easily. Finally, it does go down to the Troll. Troll is silenced, though, from that of borrowed time, but they do manage to get off. No, he didn't get off his ultimate. He was stuck there. I thought he had a moment there where he was going to be able to activate it, but no, just between the chain silences and stuns, he falls.
Just so many things to kite this troll. Puppey stays alive for so long with the insta halberd. He also just gets an insane amount of heal from the level 15 Talon as well on Enchantress, so it just took too long to kill him.
And Curse of Avernus is really troublesome for the troll. The fact that somebody is willing to man fight him, because he's an Abaddon and he has a Heaven's Halberd. And then on top of that, that same person is able to silence him as he just man fights him. Something that you're going to need to play around a little bit better.
Does look like Secret just going to use the troll being dead as an opportunity to take a melee racks here. Nisha with an Aegis still in the front lines, very hard target to go on. As a Lincoln Sphere as well, so it's just a very difficult initiation for DK or for Batrider, who doesn't have a blink. I always love Lincoln Sphere against DK because he just has, it's a hero that just doesn't really build items that break Lincolns very easily, so often you're relying on your team to break the Lincolns if you ever want to Dragon Tail people.
Well, between the repair kit and the glyph, they were able to keep their melee barracks alive. Still not a great position for Prodigy to be in. Feels like they really trusted in their late game of the troll, but are certainly seeing some issues with how he's able to team fight. They need a better way to be able to wrap onto Secret and get to the back line, not go through the Abaddon first.
Yeah, their approach to these team fights, well, like you're saying, they need to get on top of like the sniper and things. I think the supporting cast of Secret has just been outplaying the hell of Prodigy this game as well. And Abaddon just perfect here for this game, making it so difficult for Prodigy.
And a simple movement play where Secret, they quickly re-enter into that bottom lane. They're going to keep up this pace. Nisha goes straight for the mid lane while they saw a canceled TP at bottom. They ping that out, and I think that's why they're being so aggressive right now. Nisha's going to keep it going. The repair kit, though, helping that tier 3 along. But the long-range shots. Oh, the adaptive strike plus assassination was enough to kill Ein from a 2,000 distance.
Yeah, Bane's game's been kind of ruined by this Axe Sniper. His positioning around that Roche fight when he got picked off under the ward is where things started to really go wrong, but this game's just getting worse and worse for him. He's managed to get a couple nice Fiend script to kill Morphling at different stages, but at this point, he needs to be very careful and stand well back in any kind of a team fight.
Yeah, between the Ethereal Blade and the fact that they have borrowed time on Matumba Man, he's going to make himself a target against the Troll. I'm not sure if MKB is going to solve all these issues. That's what the Troll is currently going for. It almost feels like he kind of has to go all in for something like a Divine. I'm not sure if that would fix the issue either, just because there are so many itemization options for Secret.
Yeah, I think at this point, he'd already gone for 2 defensive items with SMY Satanic, so he didn't want to go for a third one in the BKB, which would have helped his game. It's kind of like you either go BKB or Satanic. At this point, you need a damage item, and
oh, they know. Epileptic Kid. He's going to be caught almost alone. Now, the Rubik is coming in, but no time to activate his ult.
It's again picked off.
The Mindbreaker on the Abaddon. I was like, what is preventing him? Because he was stunned. And I was like, okay, but what stopped him after that? The Mindbreaker silence mixed with this Curse of Avernus. That's a nice chaining silence he could have. DM is going to be caught outside the base here. I think he was hoping to be able to push out the lanes because Troll does not have a buyback. Limping up into the high ground, but another assassination reigns in. And he does go down. Secret, they have free reign to be able to take whatever they want. There's no tier 2 up, so they can probably just go for Megas because they've got at least 30 seconds.
Secret with a second lane of Rax, now potentially a third. This should secure the GG. I don't think, if you're Prodigy, you're definitely going to play for that Troll respawn. It feels like Prodigy has not taken a team fight the entire game since Trolls come online. And that's been their undoing. Like, Troll was meant to be the late game carry here, the answer to the Morphling, but they never put a team fight together around it.
And maybe this is where the fact that they are a junior squad, that a lot of these players don't have as much experience as pretty much everybody on Secret, that they just didn't have the correct read on the game and what the Troll was going to be able to do. jumping to the back lines. FN trying to go for Zai immediately. Epileptic Kid does manage to get on top of Nisha here. This is kind of what they needed to be able to do, but Zai, he survived long enough to turn around, get off the Primal Roar onto FN. FN goes down. Save's going to fall as well. Dragon Tail's done onto Epileptic Kid. Fortunately, he's able to get off his ultimate. This is what we're talking about. The Ethereal Blade really limits him, and then the Abaddon makes himself a target and pops his borrowed time. So his entire ultimate is easily canceled by just 2 clicks of a button for Secret.
Well, Epileptic Kid Troll farmed some creeps for 38 minutes and never got to use those items he bought. I don't think you can pin the blame on him. I think as a team, Prodigy, their game plan never really came to fruition this one.
Yeah.
I would say this is Secret's most impressive game of the turn because they didn't have a good early game laning stage. Nisha made a few bad mistakes on Morphling where he got picked off, waving